Hello students, welcome back to the channel. Today I bring to you another video on the topic pro-rata allotment of shares, but today we'll be discussing those shares which are originally issued at a premium. Before we start today's video, I hope you have practiced pro-rata allotment of shares for those shares which are originally issued at par, the topic which was discussed in my previous video. Let me share something with all of you. I was quite surprised to see the CBSE sample paper. There was not even a single question on pro-rata with premium. So does that make the topic less important or more important? I leave it up to you to decide. So today what I've done is I've broken the question and the solution in parts. I bring to you two different scenarios. You can pause the video and you can take notes wherever required. Let's start. Suppose a company had issued 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each. It was oversubscribed because applications were received for 18,000 shares. Company has refunded application for 3,000 shares and made pro rata allotment on the balance shares. First of all, let us look at the ratio of applied to allotted. Total applications were received for 18,000 shares, but applications were rejected for 3,000 shares, which means the company still has applications for 15,000 shares, but the company can allot only 10,000 shares. The ratio of applied to allotted: 15,000 shares were applied, 10,000 shares were allotted. So the ratio is 3:2. For every 3 shares applied, the company will allot 2 shares to the applicants. Now let's say one of the shareholder, Mr. Mukul, who had applied for 2,100 shares, he failed to pay allotment money. For simplicity, let's assume that the final call has not been made. When Mr. Mukul applied for 2,100 shares, did he get full 2,100 shares? No, he got less. How many shares did he get? 2,100 divided by 3 into 2. He was allotted 1,400 shares. Now let's look at the amount payable. 10 rupees was payable as follows. At the time of application, rupees 4 was payable. At the time of allotment, 5 rupees was payable, including premium, that is 3 plus 2, and the balance was payable on call. How much money did Mr. Mukul pay to the company and how was it adjusted? So when Mr. Mukul applied for his 2,100 shares, he must have paid at the rate rupees 4 each, that is rupees 8,400. But the company allotted him only 1,400 shares. How much money did the company receive per share? You can simply divide rupees 8,400 by 1,400. So per share, rupees 6 was received. Now the question is, how will this rupees 6 be adjusted by the company? Let's look at it in the next slide. Out of the 6 rupees, first rupees 4 will be adjusted towards application on his 1,400 shares, which is rupees 5,600. Excess application money at the rate rupees 2 each remains with the company, which can be adjusted at the time of allotment. But at the time of allotment, he is supposed to make 2 different types of payment. One towards the face value at the rate rupees 3 per share and one towards the premium at the rate rupees 2 per share. Please remember, any excess application money will first be adjusted towards the face value and then towards the securities premium. Let's look at its calculation. The amount that was payable towards the face value on 1,400 shares was rupees 3 per share, 4,200. First, we'll adjust any excess application money received. The company has 2,800 rupees excess application. It has been fully adjusted. Still rupees 1,400 remains to be adjusted. And towards premium, Mr. Mukul was supposed to pay at the rate rupees 2 per share on his 1,400 shares. Now the company does not have any excess application money left to adjust against premium. So nothing could be adjusted. The full amount 2,800 remains unadjusted. What is the total amount that he was supposed to pay at the time of allotment? He was supposed to pay 1,400 plus 2,800 at the time of allotment. If he did not make the payment, then this rupees 4,200 becomes his calls in area. Let's look at the journal entry at the time of forfeiture of his shares. Equity share capital account debit on 1,400 shares till now rupees 7 was called up. We have to show the called up value, which is rupees 9,800. On these shares, the securities premium reserve, which was called up on 1,400 shares, was at the rate rupees 2 each, rupees 2,800. Two calls in areas, which we calculated just now, was rupees 4,200. This is the amount not paid by the shareholder, which we calculated in the previous slide. And then we write 2 share forfeited account. This is the amount already paid by the shareholder to the company. He has already paid at the rate rupees 6 each on his shares. That is rupees 8,400 per share. Now let us look at case number 2. We are going to change the amount payable. The amount payable was as follows: rupees 5 on application this time, and rupees 4 on allotment. That is 2 plus 2, 2 rupees face value, 2 rupees premium. Balance on call. We'll assume the call has not been made. This time, how much did Mr. Mukul pay at the time of application? When he applied for 2,100 shares, he paid at the rate rupees 5 each, which is rupees 10,500. Again, he was allotted 1,400 shares. We did not change it. He was allotted 1,400 shares. So how much money did the company receive per share? You can divide rupees 10,500 by 1,400. The answer is 7 rupees 50 paisa per share. Again, the question that arises in front of us is, how will the company adjust this rupees 7 and 50 paisa? Let us see. First, rupees 5 will be adjusted towards application money on his 1,400 shares, rupees 7,000. There's still an excess application money at the rate rupees 2.5 per share, which will be adjusted at the time of allotment. At the time of allotment, he has to pay rupees 2 towards the face value and rupees 2 towards the premium. Remember the note again, any excess will first be adjusted towards the face value, and then if any excess still remains, will be adjusted towards the premium. So you can see the calculation now. For the face value, he was supposed to pay 2,800 rupees at the rate rupees 2 each, less excess application money. The company has 3,500 rupees. Company has adjusted 2,800 rupees. Company still has, please remember, 700 rupees to adjust. Towards the premium, he was supposed to pay at the rate rupees 2 each, that is 2,800 rupees. Now the company will utilize that 700, which is still remaining in the hands of the company. The unadjusted amount of excess application will be adjusted against a premium, and he is supposed to make a payment of balance rupees 2,100. So total amount that he is supposed to pay at the time of allotment, A plus B, he is supposed to pay 2,100. If he doesn't make a payment, 2,100 rupees is the calls in area. This is the most important journal entry of this chapter. The amount of share capital called up remains same. Most of you may make a mistake of writing securities premium reserve account debit 1,400 into 2. That is 2,800. Calls in areas you will show from the previous slide, and then amount already received by the company, you'll show the full amount and make a mistake there. Please remember, any amount of premium which is already received from the shareholder will not be shown at the time of making this entry. 700 which has been adjusted against the securities premium reserve will not be shown at the time of showing this journal entry. If you like this video, please write in the comment box what other type of video would you like to see. If you want me to make videos in Hindi, you could write that in the comment box. If you want me to make any videos where you would like to do a revision series, a 30 days or 60 days revision series, you could write even that in the comment box. Please write your suggestions and I will try to come up with all the necessary videos in the future. Thank you so much.